Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Chubbs Reviews, where I bring you a review every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today, we're talking about our first ever Amazon exclusive or Amazon original show, The Boys, Season 1. Season 2 is currently airing and coming out like weekly on Amazon, and I'll be checking that out and reviewing that as well. But I finally got around to reviewing The Boys Season 1. My brother owned Amazon Prime. It's like a bundle with Amazon Prime and YouTube Red. I personally don't really like Amazon Prime that much. This is literally the only show I've ever heard good things about on it. The Boys, um, wow, what a show. Let's just say if you like superheroes and you're not like 15 or younger, this is definitely a show that you should check out. I do want to recommend this show. Like if you have Amazon Prime, you probably already watched it. If you want to get a free trial and just watch one show on Amazon Prime, check out this show. But I am gonna kind of hate on it a little bit. I think it is a bit overhyped in the media. I'm seeing people give this shit nines and tens in the first season and really supporting the hell out of it. I mean, I get that, but there are a few flaws for me. First of all, the show is basically about really corrupt and fucked up superheroes, dickhead superheroes. Like in the first 10 minutes of the show, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but you will learn what happens. Say if like the Flash, when he's running at a million miles per hour, what happens if he runs into someone? That question gets answered in the first 10 minutes of the show, and it is shocking. The hook, the hook of the show is 10 out of 10. The first episode's pretty great, and it just really hooks you in. Like I said, it's about some shitty superheroes. To break it down, it's about this superhero group called the Seven, which is a ripoff of kind of the Justice League. They have a guy named the Homelander, which is basically Superman, and with a Captain America kind of figure, like he's the perfect boy out in the world, but he flies. He has laser eyes. He's basically Superman. You got Wonder Woman, which is like a really strong woman next to Homelander. It's like his right hand woman. You got Black Noir, which literally says and does nothing the entire season, but he's very interesting. He's kind of like your Batman ripoff, but literally doesn't speak a word. He has like one or two fight scenes. You got the Deep, which is an Aquaman ripoff, and he has got a lot of personal problems. The show right away, and then there's also Starlight, which is a new hero onto the Seven. Starlight's actually a good hero. You learn that very quick. She's new. She's trying to just actually be a superhero, but then she comes to learn, these guys are corrupt. They just do bad things. Deep, early on they show him pretty much sexually assault someone, and they pretty much show that shit. Not like full on, where you see dick or anything, but they really emphasize and make sure it's known that that's what happened there. So there is some shocking shit in this. Sometimes I do like the shocking stuff. It is a very adult show, and I like that. But sometimes it's shocking to be shocking, like for shocking's sake. Like there's some weird shit they do later on with the Deep that I get the man's is going through like an emotional stuff, but he's just very weird. And even Homelander has some really weird like mommy issues stuff later on where he's just like weird, and like I kind of get it the way he was raised. He has disattachment issues or whatever. He needs a mommy. He needs someone. It really tries to play on the mental of these superheroes that out in the public, they also show you the PR side of stuff. They are just entertainers. They're not real superheroes. There's an insanely good scene with Homelander and the Wonder Woman, which is Queen Maeve, I think. Also, there's a Flash ripoff called A Train, which they show right in the beginning of the thing. He's also got a whole character arc. All these characters have great character arcs, and that's not even really what the show's about. I'm 4 minutes in, and I haven't actually explained who the boys are. The boys are your like four group of men. The boys, for their own personal reasons, have huge vendettas against the Seven, against superheroes and supes in general, and they are on this mission to bring them down because of how corrupt they are, kill some of them. Like some of them have personal beefs with other ones for certain reasons, and it's basically just the boys. You see it kind of from like if superheroes had villains, but you see it from the villains' perspectives, and they're not the villains. The villains, the people going against the superheroes, are actually, and they're not really good guys because they make some questionable moral decisions as well. But the superheroes are just fucked up dickheads. Like they either commit sexual assault or Homelander and Queen Maeve have an insanely good scene on an airplane that is just like perfect for like it was unironically funny because like the plane is going down and Homelander's kind of giving up on trying to save them, and he's just like, "All right, people, it's all right. We're gonna save you." And just honestly, the guy who plays Homelander, I'm a huge fan of in this show. I think he steals the show when it comes to the superhero actors. He is just menacing as fuck every time he speaks and is talking to someone or puts his hand on their throat. It's just like this guy is a god. He could kill everyone on the planet if someone just pushes him over the edge a little bit, or if the person that's controlling him, basically the head PR woman, which controls the Seven and makes sure they're all, going out there and saying what they need to say what people need to hear. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all corporate BS, and that's it. Really dives into that shit, which is great. And then, like I said, you got the boys and their journey, and one of the boys, the really young nerdy guy, Huey's kind of pretty much the main character. He learns about the Supes and learns about the boys in that group the same as the viewers, so that's who you kind of live through. And he has a special relationship with Starlight, the superhero girl. It's very interesting shit. Some complaints I have is I definitely 100% recommend the show if you have any chance to check it out. Definitely check it out. If you're not overly thrown away by like a little bit of gore, there's some really gory shit in this. There's a lot of shocking scenes where sometimes it's a little overly shocking. I think they try to shock you a little too much, but I get that's how the comic book was. I guess there's a comic book to this. Um, they have one whole episode based on just shitting on religion, which I mean I'm all for shitting on religion, whatever, do what you want. But some reason it kind of bothered me, or it just felt a little forced. Like that one entire episode is just like fuck Christianity, And so I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Christian, but that episode just felt really badly paced to me. And some episodes in general just have not the greatest pacing. Dialogues are a little weird at times, but also it's really good at times. It's very funny. It's not like Marvel funny, like serious fucked up funny bro talk where they're talking shit to each other and it's like funny. Like I don't know. It's actually really entertaining. I do recommend the show. Like I said, just a little weird at times, a little shocking at times, and tons of potential. There's not a lot of action. There's like 2 action scenes, and they're not really shot that well, in my opinion. 1 or 2 of them are shot well, and by shot well, I mean the visual effects are really cool. Like especially the opening like 10 minutes of the first episode with the whole Flash or A Train thing. When there's one superhero on superhero fight that lasts like 5 seconds, but it's actually kind of cool the way they show it to you. A little bit, some of it's iffy. You could tell it has some budget restraints, and the next season should be even better. And that's kind of why I'm hyped, is because season 2 should be great, and this show has tons of potential, oozing with potential. But when it's oozing with potential like this and falls short on a few things, it's not a 9 out of 10 yet. I don't know why people are blowing it out of the water like that when I watch every review. It is unique. It's definitely its own like deep dark version. It's not like the Dark Knight. It's definitely got some darkness to it, but it's like more fucked up than that. And it's also it shows you both sides, like I said. And the guy who plays Homelander is great. Our main group of the boys, I can't think of all the boys' names for some reason. You got Frenchie, I remember him. Mother's Milk, I think is their name, and Butcher. Yeah, I can't remember Butcher. The guy who plays Butcher is also great. He's kind of like the opposite side of really great acting. So it's him and Homelander are probably my favorite 2 characters. Huey's cool too. But overall, yeah, it's a pretty interesting show. I get the hype a little bit, but it's a little overhyped. It's definitely not like a must watch. Don't fucking go buy Amazon just to watch this show. Get a free trial, watch it, bum off one of your friends and watch the show. It's only 8 episodes long in the first season, which is good to binge, but it also feels short. The show genuinely ends on a huge cliffhanger. It does reveal a lot of things at you. There's a lot of twists and turns, and it slowly comes, and it's cool. Some things are pretty predictable. I was going to complain about that too. The show has really good twist, but it also foreshadows shit like heavily right before it happens. Like it's always like, oh, have a safe flight, and that person's flight is gonna get shot down, and that's what happens. It's really like shit like that. It's right before things happen. You already know what's gonna happen. But then there's some like twists that literally connect to the first episode that you reveal later on. That is actually really good writing and really good to connect. So yeah, overall, I think I'm going to come to my final verdict on the show and give it a 7 out of 10. It is just good. It's solid. Tons of potential. Check out my season 2 review probably here in the next 2 weeks or so, or by next week. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you've checked out the show, what you've heard about the show. Like, comment down like, comment, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.